What is that state? Yasmin gataha, people who have reached there. Na nivartanti bhuyaha, there is no more any return. That is the definition of truth. A state having once reached, you can never leave it. Wherever there afterwards you go and function, that experience will be clinging on to you. Having woken up from the dream, you cannot be frightened by that dream tiger. You are awakened. Here, having gone from this present state of consciousness and discovered your identity with the higher, that being the timeless, it is permanent, eternal, immutable, changeless, ever with you. Yasmin gataha, there where having gone, na nivartanti bhuyaha, it never comes back. In the modern world, we eat in a table. And the vegetables and things, dishes, all come in big vessels. And there is nobody to serve, and therefore you take what you want and you pass it on, and next man takes it, next man takes it, and it goes on round and round. But there may be in that crowd a glutton, where, having gone, it never returns. Whatever is in the plate, that is not the meaning. Having gone, having once awakened to that state of consciousness, you can never forget. You are always there. Yasmin gadana nivartanti bhuyaha, tameva chadyam purusham pravadye. Now, Krishna has anyone else. When I am explaining to you how I lost my first wife, you are my bosom friend. As I was explaining 10 years ago, and how I held on to her hand and she slowly left. Will I not cry? 10 years ago, not now. As I am crying, will you not also cry out of sympathy? Not that your wife died. You are unluckily a bachelor, so it's all right. And you also cry, and both of us crying. Is at that time we heard steps of the slippers coming down the wooden staircase from upstairs. So I immediately wiped my tears and plastered a half sincere smile. Now, so I also, because he is my friend also immediately wiped his eyes, and he also started a big smile. It is at that time a huge 6-footer with 62 chest coming down. One child holding on to her finger, one on her hip, one yet unmanifest but ready to manifest. And the woman comes. Then naturally I get up. Honey, you remember I used to say about Gopal? That Gopal is now retired and come back, and he is my friend Gopal. Oh, you are a friend Gopal. And Mr. Gopal, please meet Mrs. Swami. So, 10 years after the wife died, naturally, I married again. I got 2.5, let us say. 2 manifest and 1 unmanifest. What is wrong in it? But, even though I have got everything now, when I remember intensively of an experience that I had 10 years ago, I come to live that experience as though right now. Tears come. It's not false tears, it's real tears. Because when you marry a 6-footer and 72 chest, you remember that frail little one that you had 10 years ago. It's not his fault. Now the point is, when Krishna was telling Arjuna for his benefit, and thereafterwards you must search for that state, having gone which there is no return. Krishna being one who had already experienced it, poor man, his mind rose into it. So he forgets the disciple in front of him. Like Ramakrishna used to do the same. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to do the same. When he is talking in satsang, suddenly he stops. And he cries out, Gulab Jan, Gulab Jan, Gulab Jan. And there must be always already in Bengali houses, there will be always Gulab Jan, sweet. And the disciple goes and puts that sweet in his mouth. Why? To him, to remain in our plane of consciousness is as difficult as we find difficulty in going there. So, for us to go there, kirtan, bhajan and meditation, all are necessary. To him who is now familiar there, to bring him down, Gulab Jan must be given to him. Lucky that he was not a diabetic. In the same way, Krishna feels that he is rolling away into it. And he says, you and your questions, I am going. Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye. I surrender myself to that primordial reality. Before all the plurality came, that state